Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to RRated Movies episode 43. I'm your host, Nick, and as always, I am joined by Michael.
Hey everyone, how's it going? Glad to be back here on RRated Movies. I missed y'all.
Yeah, and we got James.
Hi, Diddley-o, neighborinos. How's everyone doing?
Disney and Fox, the deal is heating up. Disney wants to purchase the film and television assets of the studio, along with some other streaming and licensing rights and stuff like that, because they obviously want to compete with Netflix. So this is pretty big. If they do get the film and studio rights, it's going to cost them around $48 billion.
Dunny!
Which, I mean, really, when you look at Disney's profits and stuff, that would be a hit, but I don't think they would go under with the stuff like that. They could definitely handle that. But it's like, wow, $48 billion for their studio and everything. That's crazy.
Wow.
But just think about all the franchises they would get, though. They would, apart from the Marvel stuff, they would be getting Planet of the Apes, Avatar, Alien, Predator.
Friends?
Alvin and the Chipmunks, that moneymaker. Yeah. What else are they getting? Ice Age, they would get that, too. I think there is a lot of upside to the deal for both sides, really, because Fox is looking to downsize. Disney is like, hey, here's $48 billion. Can we have your studio? And then we get all the X-Men and Fantastic Four back, apparently, too. So, Michael, any thought? Do you want this deal to happen? Because it seems like a decision will be made by the end of this month. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard. I'm sort of split on the decision because on one hand, I would love to have, the X-Men franchise join, the MCU and for my fanboy sort of service. But at the same time, when it comes to all those other franchises, do you really want Disney distributing so much of these properties that we're all going to watch, all made by this one company versus, another a company making their own idea or their own version, So granted, they could also have subdivisions and they could split it up. And I say if they're going to do the deal and they make it where it's they're not going to be very similar, they're not going to have the same creative teams, and they're going to really diversify the way that they handle the properties, then by all means go for it. But if Disney just becomes a monopoly where they're all making just fucking the same shit, then I want to say no. Because like what we've been saying, some of the new superhero movies from Fox have been one of the most diverse and kind of more out there films, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that's just kind of my thoughts on it.
Yeah, I think I was reading somewhere that Disney still has Touchstone Pictures, which distribute the rated R films or something like that, which could work, I guess, for Alien and Predator and things like that. Honestly, I think Avatar could work really, it's a smooth transition for the James Cameron Avatar to work under Disney, because that always kind of felt like a Disney franchise to me. I mean, they even have the theme park in Florida or whatever, so that's an actual thing. The other stuff, yeah, I think it would be kind of interesting to see what would happen with it. I do think that they would definitely have some sort of a subsidiary studios or stuff, because Disney they don't really have a hand in Marvel Studios and Lucasfilm. Lucasfilm and the Marvel, they still produce their own films. It's just distributed through Disney. I don't think it's too far of a stretch. James, any thoughts on this though?
Man, that company's a monster. I wouldn't necessarily mind. I am curious. I was reading somewhere that should this deal go through, there's a chance that the unaltered editions of the original trilogy Star Wars would be released, and
yeah, because Fox still does own A New Hope. That was under Fox, so they still own the prints in that.
So I'd be willing for that deal to go through if we can get the unaltered trilogy out on Blu-ray or on streaming service.
I think I think in Disney's eyes, that's one of the big selling points of the deal too, is that they can finally have all full Star Wars rights too, because
original trilogy, prequel trilogy.
Okay, but you're for the deal, right? Disney buying Fox?
Yeah, I think so. If I can see, for the unaltered trilogy. Now I do understand the concerns, as far as with X-Men, with the X-Men franchise being bought.
Right.
And potentially having them being watered down, because that's one of the things about these recent X-Men movies that have been coming out. they've been able to go like, the hard R, but still be profitable. Like Deadpool, Logan, both great movies, both a really hard R rating, and like some people are saying like, oh, if Disney purchases, that parts of 20th Century Fox, like whatever future X-Men movies they make, it's going to be watered down. Like they're not going to take the R-rated risk.
Well, but then you see stuff like, Disney, which owns Marvel, produces stuff like Punisher and Daredevil on Netflix. Those are adult stuff, so I think for the certain character, for the certain character to do it, Disney knows to do them justice, they'll have to do it in an R-rated form, I think. So
right.
I don't think they would. I don't think they don't want to face the backlash of like, oh, PG-13 Deadpool. Like people flip out.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I think that it should be fine. But the question is like, yeah, do we get more experimental films like the upcoming New Mutants film, which is like a horror movie with the X-Men and stuff, or are we gonna lose stuff like that, or what's gonna happen? But I'm hoping it all works out because I would love to see all these properties come back. Sony still has like a death grip on Spider-Man, which kind of sucks, but at least we'll be getting an epic mega crossover at some point someday. So